Namaste to everyone, and thank you for giving me the opportunity in this Gitananda online um, traditional course. I'm really happy to present the topic on Samasthiti group of asanas. So I just before going into the screen sharing, so this set of asana, Samasthiti group asana, why I select this topic is when I was a kid, I just went to the um, tradition, Yoganjali Natyalayam. So this is the first set of asanas which is covered by the teachers. I have learned this from uh, Lalita Miss and Devasana Miss. So this the first basic set of asanas. So we have practiced. We have the set of four practices. So this set of practices will be more helpful. But I don't know when I was doing that time. So when we practice for quite a long period, then I analyze that this set of practice create the basic foundation for all other practices. So now once sir asked what topic need to be choose by you, then first thing that comes to my mind is Samasthiti group asana, and I get request sir whether I can do this topic, and sir give me the permission. So here today mainly I want to talk about the group asanas, mostly in a theoretical aspect as well as how to perform the asana and what are the benefits actually we get from the asanas and in the techniques. So that's the overall idea of today's session. So before going into the uh, session, I just share the screen. So 1 second. So is everyone able to see the screen? Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. So um, this Gitananda Yoga Festival give a opportunity to me, and thank you, sir, Ammaji, and all the um, people behind the screen. So thank you. Um, so Samasthiti group asana. So I just start with the term onwards. Samasthiti group asana. So Samasthiti. So normally we call it the Samasthiti asana. When we go to the classes, we first think equal steadiness and poise. So when we compare this Samasthiti, first thing comes to my mind is Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. So yoga brings equanimity. So that's why our my Guru Swami Gitananda ji get this group of asanas to be given to the freshly joining people at the first stage. So this group of asanas, actually this group of asanas consist of 13 sets, 13 asanas consist as one group, and this consists of all category of asanas. Formally, we call it as category, 5 main categories. We can divide the asanas into 5 main categories. The first one is forward bending asanas, backward bending, hand balance, twisting, leg balance, and topsy-turvy. There are different categories of asana, and these 13 asanas mostly cover most of the category of asanas. And this is the foundation practice for the beginners, because these asanas can be easily done by all the category of people, and they can develop themselves. Uh, in our in Yoganjali Natyalayam, so we have done this 13 set of asana in the basic stage, and we practice for nearly 6 months. So this we can repeat this set of asanas every time when we go for classes. So when I was doing that time, I don't know what actually it creates. But after all, when we see that this category of asanas actually inbuilt so many things within each person. And actually these asanas, what are the asanas actually give? Physical balance, emotional harmony, mental balance, spiritual connection, and balance in lifestyle. So how this physical balance will be given? The yogasanas designed to improve the stability, strength, and flexibility. For example, we have some asanas like Vrikshasana, Nadrajasana, so which helps to find stability and poise. And some asanas like the asanas, we do the both sides. So right side and left side, complementary asanas. So whenever we do the right, we actually do the left side also. So that helps us to give the balance. So normally when we are so often using the right side, so by doing the left side, we can try to get balance. So this type of asanas create the stability and balance, and regular practice helps to correct the postural imbalance and helps to align body, reduce strain and prevent injuries. And the emotional harmony. How this asana brings emotional harmony? By doing the simple practices, which is always focusing on breath. So it reduces the cortisol level, promoting relaxation. It enhances the parasympathetic nervous system, counteracting the flight, fight or flight response. So in the today's scenario, we always aroused by the sympathetic nervous system. So by doing these practices, we can able to improve or enhance the parasympathetic nervous system. And this set of group practices create the mindfulness, breathing, and meditation, fostering a sense of presence and self-awareness. Because these practices, when we are doing, so whenever we start doing, we always tell that focus on the breathing pattern. So whenever we raise your hands up, we need to breathe in. And when we are going down, breathe out. So this is a overall, in 99% of the practices, we actually, when we are rising up, our hands are coming up, we breathe in. And while we going down, breathe out. So this set of practices, which consists of, I already said that there is a front bend. It all the foundation has been given in this set of practices. Mental balance. So normally practices in this set of practices, there are so many practices, but I am taking in these 13 asanas, what are the practices which actually helps us to give mental balances like that. So which is focus and concentration will be given in most of the leg balancing asanas. For example, here I take the Vrikshasana. So in Vrikshasana, we normally stand in single leg. So we placed our right stand on your right and place your left foot on top on the right upper thigh. So we balance on one leg, and with that we can do the Hasta Mudra practices. So by the end of the session, we all want to uh, do these Hasta Mudra practices all together, and the pranayama, breath control. So this breath control we can see in every asanas. We can have the breath work which harmonizes the flow of energy, calming the mind and fostering the mental equilibrium. And there is a spiritual connection. So we know that yoga emphasizes huge unity, which is the between the self and the universe. So Jivatma and Paramatma, by aligning the physical practice with inter-contemplation. So we normally start with, if anyone want to start meditation, if they can start with the Sukhasana with breathing, that's a good start. But how long they can able to do that? So for to support the practitioner to practice for the quite a long time, these are the uh, background practices which actually helps them to focus more, and it actually helps to cultivate the sense of oneness with the world around them. So whenever they are doing the practices, they have to be focused on the practice, and it actually creates the physical harmony and mental harmony with them. And it helps to balance in lifestyle. So whenever we are in the class, so when you are at the young stage, that is the teenage category people. So when we start them with the concept of yama and niyama, so they can't able to actually grasp the correct aspect. So how to bring that to them? So that's the most important point Ammaji and Swamiji done with starting with asanas with this set of Samasthiti group practices. So by doing the practices, they can analyze what we are doing. Then the parallelly they can teach that yama and niyama also. So it's not that first you have to see the yama and niyama, then we are going to asana, then pranayama. It's not like that. They start with the jatis, so warm-up practices, along with the concept of ethical principles like yama and pranayama. So by we are doing as going, they can slowly understand why we are doing this and what we have to do, what we should not do. So those are the principles which will be so depth in their heart by doing the practices, and simultaneously they're giving the instructions of the ethical principles. And for doing these practices, as Ammajis say, the 3 R's are more important for the practitioner to do the practice. What are the 3 R's? Which is nothing but repetition, regularity, and rhythm. So whenever we go to class, whenever we attend Ammaji Satsanga, always Ammaji said that these 3 R's. So regularity, rhythm, and repetition, which actually brings the all the concepts that we have seen earlier. And the first asana in this practice, which is nothing but Samasthiti asana. We just start with the Samasthiti asana because this Samasthiti asana is the point where we are going to start for any asanas in the standing category. So Samasthiti asana, the concept of doing Samasthiti asana is has to be, we need to balance our body right and left. So we need to bring the weight to shift our weight equally to the right side and left side, and our palms facing forward, eyes. Normally, we need to close our eyes and we need to focus on the breath. And there is a major point we need to focus in Samasthiti asana is the 60% of weight has to be on your toes and 40% of weight on the heels. So 40 and 60. So once we are shift our weight 60% on our toes, then we are bring focus in our body. So that we seen in most of the people were those who are doing here also. So here in ISCM, we are actually having a orientation program for the MBBS students, for all SBB students. So MBBS, nursing, dental, AHS, allied health science students, pharmacy, physiotherapy students. For all students, we have the orientation sessions, and the basic thing, we actually ask with them where your mind is. And once we start the class, it will be so difficult for them, and they don't understand what mind is about. But once we teach this Samasthiti asana, so the starting asana of the group, or the foundation asana in standing. So while they perform this asana in a right way, they can feel that they are able to focus on themselves. So and they can understand that they can able to move forward. So that's the basic thing of Samasthiti asana. And from Samasthiti asana, the first asana will be the Pada Angushta asana. So Pada means foot, Angush means the right foot. So Pada Angush means we just catch the big toe with the thumb. That means Angush means we normally say the thumb and the big toe of our leg. So we just bring the Pada, that means the thumb and the big toe of our foot together, and we just bring the head as inward or as close to our thighs. So this asana has to be performed. So we just start from the Samasthiti asana. Then we need to slightly keep our legs apart of 1 feet. Then slowly raise our hands up. And while we breathe out, we just slowly move forward and catch your big toe. And normally we focus on the counter stretch posture. That means once we catch the toes, while we breathe in, we need to lift the head up, and while we breathe out, slowly put the head down. So this is the final posture. And in this final pose, we just hold for just nearly 10 to 15 seconds. So 10 to 15 seconds in the starting phase. And then while we come up, we just follow the same procedure, like slowly stretch your arms forward and maintain the body steadiness. Slowly come up, and while we breathe out, come back to the Samasthiti asana. So by doing this posture, Pada Angushtasana, so this asana belongs to which category? It is a forward bending asana. So in this asana, what happens? Our head is below the heart. So this is the foundation asanas for any topsy-turvy asanas. So, and the easier asana for topsy-turvy is Meru asana. But this in this category, in this Samasthiti group asana, this is one of the asana which helps for the topsy-turvy. It's a front bending asana and also helps in balancing, because we bend forward and try to keep the head as close to our body. The entire front body will be close to the lower part of the body, and it should be in between the knees. So the pull forward bending will be practiced as we are, and thanks to this person, she is Janani, she is a national player. So once we are doing the practice, this much perfection not be attained, but keep on practicing. As Amaji said, regularity, rhythm, and repetition, this type of the completeness in asanas can be occurred. And the next asana, which is similar to this asana, but the hand is in a different position. Because in Pada Angushasana, you can see that she has catch the big toe. But in Pada Hasta Asana, we need to see that we need to keep our entire palm under the foot. So, and we are also maintaining the same procedure. So while we breathe in, we bring our hands in, and while we breathe out, we just give a stretch, maintain the stretch and move forward, and slowly lift the foot up, and under the foot, we put our entire palm, and then breathe in the counter stretch. Once we keep our hands in under the foot, then we need to breathe in, give a nice stretch, and while we breathe out, we just put the head in. So after performing, once we go into the posture, maintain the posture with normal inhalation and exhalation. So don't hold the breath in any of the asanas. So once we perform, once we are ready, then we need to exhale, breathe out, and breathe in. Slowly stretch your hands out and breathe in. Slowly come up with the hands up and breathe out. Come back to Samasthiti Asana. So this asana actually give a full stretch to our entire spine and the back of the thigh muscles. Okay, so this helps those who have the um, pain in the leg, and this, and we have when they are practiced regularly, the pain in the legs will be reduced. And this asana gives the good stretch to the entire back. So we can, once we are practice these type of practices, and it actually helps in the Paschimottanasana when you are sitting in sit and move forward, Paschima Uttanasana also, and other forward bending practices. And I already said that these are the foundation practices. And by doing this type of practices, they can do the advanced asana. So like Tithipasana or any other asanas, these are the basic foundation asanas. And in the row, the next asana will be the Trikonasana, which is nothing but the triangle posture. So in Trikonasana, why we call it as Trikonasana, they are forming different triangles in the body. So um, so many triangles in leg, the whole body is a triangle, it forms a triangle shape. And this asana falls under the category of side stretch. So lateral stretching posture. And the aspect of complementary asana. So when we are doing the right side, so this asana, the complementary will be the left side asana. But earlier two asanas, what we have done is forward bending. So once we come back, then we do the Ardha Chakrasana as a complementary asana. So whenever in the Samasthiti group, the complementary asana is not the major part, but by doing the asanas, that complementary asana covers the um, other category of the asana also. So how we perform the Trikonasana? So Trikonasana, so when we said that Samasthiti asana is the starting point of all the category asanas. From the Samasthiti asana, we just keep the legs 2.5 to 3 feet apart and keeps the hands parallel to the floor. And once we are ready, we need to turn our head and foot to the right side. And while we breathe out, slowly stretch by the side and move down and try to keep the hand flat next to the leg. And once we are done, and then slowly turn our head up and turn the upper hand. So this is the final pose. Then we have grace the or hold the posture for some time. We can start any, that means the holding position for any asana is 6 to 10 seconds. Once we are starting the posture, so just hold the asanas for 10 seconds. And when we are ready, and then slowly move down, look down. For example, if you are doing the right side, we just move down, see the right hand, and then slowly, while we breathe in, slowly come up, turn your head and foot, and come back, relax. Now we are going to do the opposite side, left side also. Okay. Now slowly keep your legs, hands parallel. Slowly turn your head to the left side and then breathe out, slowly move down. Yeah. Once you are ready, slowly turn your head and look up. With normal breathing and out, hold the posture for a few seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then slowly look down. Breathe in, come up. Turn your head and foot and just come back and relax. Relax in Samasthiti asana. So whenever we're doing the posture, any posture, Samasthiti asana is the starting point and ending point to focus on our body. So actually by doing the asana, we give pressure or stretch to the different muscles or different region of our body. And while we're relaxing, that particular area will get a much blood flow and the relaxation will be more. As Meena ma'am said that in the previous session. So when we want to feel the relaxation, we need to stretch, we need to tense and then relax. So when we tense and we do the relaxation will be more. So by doing this type of practices, so once we do the asana, then we do some relaxation, it really gives a much relaxation to the body. Yeah. Now we are going to the next session, next asana, which is nothing but the Parshava Kona Asana. So Trikonasana is the triangle posture, and Parshava Konasana is the lateral angle posture. So it's a lateral angle posture. So here we can see that one side of the body is 90 degree and other side is 45-degree angle. Parshava is lateral, Kona means angle. So Parshava Kona Asana. So here we need to start from Samasthiti Asana. Keep our legs 3 feet apart and hands shoulder level. Turn your head and foot to the right side and slowly breathe out. When we turn right side, then we need to bend our knee up to 90 degree. Then our body should be moved down. Then the upper hand should be stretched and lift your hand. Look our hands. Okay. And we need to hold the posture for 6 to 10 seconds. Then once we are ready, slowly come back. Then we can do the opposite side. So turn your body, bend your knee, move down, stretch your hands up and look your palm. Whenever we are holding the posture, the breath should be normal. We should not hold the breath. And once we are ready, slowly come back. Turn your head and foot and come back to Samasthiti Asana. So this asana gives the stretch to the entire side. The entire lateral body has been stretched and it gives a relaxation once we come back to Samasthiti Asana. Just relax for a few seconds in Samasthiti Asana. So by doing this asana, it consists of the different asanas because this asana has been done with the practice of Virasana also. Okay. So now we can move on to the next asana, which is nothing but Virasana. So in Virasana, we have the different variations. So variation 1, 2, and 3. And why we said that it is Virasana variation. Okay, that also we see once we perform the variation 1. Okay, so stand in Samasthiti Asana. From there, you need to keep your legs 3 to 2.5 feet apart and keep your hands to the shoulder level. So once we are ready, then slowly turn your head and foot to the right side. Then bend your knee up to 90 degree. Super. Gitan sir is doing so nice. Yeah. Just hold the posture for a few seconds. Just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then slowly come back, straighten your knee, turn your head and foot, and turn back, relaxation. We can do the opposite side. Slowly keep your legs 2.5 to 3 feet apart, hands to shoulder level. Turn your head and foot to the left side. Bend your knee up to 90 degree and hold the pose. So this asana actually gives the stability, gives a nice stretch to the pelvic region and gives stretch to the entire legs and the shoulders and the neck region. And once we come back, it gives a nice relaxation. Okay. So this is the first variation. Then Virasana variation 2. That means if you are doing the variations, we can able to move from variation 1, we can go to the next part. So this is the basic asana. From this asana, we can go to the next asana. So then this asana will be the variation 1 and next asana will be the variation 2. So this is the variation to Virasana, variation 2. We need to keep our legs once again, the 2.5 to 3 foot apart, hands to shoulder level. Turn your head and foot to the right side. Bend your knee. So this is the first variation 1. Now turn your body fully to the right side and stretch your arms up and look up your thumb. So this is the variation, Virasana variation 2. Hold the asana for a few seconds. And once you are ready, stretch your arms by the side, turn your body, straighten your knee, turn your head and foot, and come down and relax, and hands will be relaxed. So like that, we have to do the same methodology for the left side. So keep your legs 2.5 to 3 foot apart, hands to shoulder level, bend your knee, turn your body, and slowly bring your hands up to Anjali Mudra and look up. Hold the pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then slowly stretch your hands out, turn your body, straighten your knee, turn your head and foot, come back, Samasthiti Asana. So here in our practice, in our tradition, we are more focused on the process, the procedure, how we are going in and how we are coming out. So both has to be give the equal importance. It's not asana is not that only the final pose. So the asana which actually give equal importance to how we are going into the asana and how we are coming out from the asana. Most of the uh, students are so keen to practice the final posture, but they are uh, forget about the procedure of the asana, how they are going in and how they are going out. So once we are more focused on how we are going in and out, it actually create a awareness that what we are actually doing in day-to-day activities. So when we are doing the practices for half 45 minutes to 1 hour, we need to be so focused on not only the final posture, how we are going into the posture and how we are holding the posture and how we are coming out from the posture. So all these three stages are most important. Yeah, good. Now we are going to the next asana, which is nothing but the Prasarita Uttana Asana. Prasarita is the variation, Uttana is the stretch. So here the procedure for doing the asana is nothing but we need to keep our legs 2.5 to 3 foot apart with the hands to the shoulder level. Then slowly turn your head and foot to the right side. Okay. Now slowly turn your body fully to the angle, 90-degree angle. Then place your hands behind the back, Hamsa Mudra. Okay. If the Hamsa Mudra is possible, you can place your hands Hamsa Mudra, or you can fold your hands back, catch your elbows. Catch your elbows off behind the back, you catch your elbows, or you just catch your hands back. Yeah. Then the most important thing here is not moving forward. The most important thing here is moving backward. So once you are ready, slowly breathe in, bend back. Okay. And while we breathe out, maintain the stretch and move forward. Okay. Once you bend back and move forward, you can able to feel the full stretch of your body and you can be able to maintain the posture in a right angle. So hold the posture for a few seconds and then slowly come back to the straight posture. Then stretch the arms out. So hands will be by the side. Then slowly turn your body. Good. Now turn your head and foot and come back to Samasthiti Asana. So once you are in Samasthiti Asana, close your eyes and just imagine how you perform that asana. Okay. So how you perform that asana. While performing the asana, what are the, in which area you get, which area you feel the pain, in which area your muscles get cramped, or which area will be so easier. And while you are moving forward, how much you can move forward. For example, you can move forward to 30-degree or 40-degree, or you can able to perform to touch the foot, or you can able to touch the head with your, touch the knee with your head. Okay. Or you can able to touch the head with your nose, with your chin. Your entire body is flat on the thigh. So you just think about how you have done the posture. It's not that once you are ready, relax. Okay, next what we are going to do. It's not like that. Once you are coming back from the asana, you need to focus on what you have done in the asana. So then once you are ready, then we are going to do in the opposite side. So balancing the practices is most important. So once you are ready, slowly keep your legs 2.5 to 3 feet apart, hands to your shoulder level, turn your head and foot to your left side, turn your body completely to the left, then hands back to Hamsa Mudra or catch your wrist. Once you are ready, slowly breathe in, bend back and breathe out. Slowly move forward. Maintain the stretch. Don't bend. Stretch and move forward and hold the pose where you are. Okay. And with normal breath in and out. You have to hold the posture and not the breath. Okay. Slowly breathe in and out for 6 to 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you are ready, slowly come up. Inhale. Stretch your arms by the side. Turn your body. Turn your head and foot. And come back to Samasthiti Asana. So just relax with normal breath in and out. Focus on the breath. Slowly inhale and then slowly exhale. Normal breath in and out. Focus on the breath. Relax. Yes. So once you are ready, just relax. So relax for a few seconds because whichever asana we have seen as now. So we have seen the Pada Angushasana, Pada Hastasana, Trikonasana, Parshava Konasana, Virasana variation 1, Virasana variation 2, and Prasarita Uttanasana. So these 7 asanas are the starting 7 asanas, which actually helps. Maybe we can tell that these are the slightly simple asanas compared to the upcoming asanas because the these asanas we can able to perform with the minimum stretch also. But the next asana is Prasarita Pada Uttanasana. So Prasarita is stretch, Pada is leg, Prasarita is variation, Pada is legs, Uttana is stretch. So Prasarita Pada Uttana Asana. So this asana, we need to keep the legs up to 2.5 to 3 feet apart. So I'll just first explain how to perform the asana, then we can do once. Okay. So at least 2.5 to 3 foot apart. Then we need to lift the hands up and then slowly move down. And we need to keep the hands in between the leg and we need to give the counter stretch. I already said that whenever we are going into the final posture, head down, the counter stretch is most important. So breathe in, we give a stretch, look up, and while we breathe out, we need to bring the head down and try to touch the floor. So all 5 limbs, that means 2 legs, 2 hands, and head should be in a line. Okay, and our back has to be completely straight. Okay, so this is the final posture. But once we are starting practicing this posture, we have the slight adjustment. We can keep our hands slightly forward and keep the head down. So we need to practice step by step. Okay, the each asana here has the different variations also. So today we are seeing only the final asanas of Samasthiti group. But each asana, for doing the asana, we have the set of step-by-step postures, step-by-step practices. Okay. So by doing this asana, okay, actually what we are, for the advanced asana, for if you are going to do Sirasasana or Sarvangasana, this asana will be the preliminary asana to practice. Okay. So once we are practicing this asana, then we can perform that asana when we are able to do it much better. Fine. So once we are ready, we can do this asana once. Okay. Slowly stand in Samasthiti Asana. Samasthiti Asana, legs together, hands by the side. Now, slowly keep your legs 2.5 to 3 foot apart. Okay. Then slowly lift your hands up. Breathing, lift your both hands up. Give a nice stretch. Then slowly breathe out, move forward. Try to keep the hands down. Okay, once you keep the hands down, you can slowly adjust your legs. So now you can know that how much uh, stretch you need to give to your leg to bring your head down. Okay, that much stretch you can give to your legs. Once the legs has been in the proper area, then breathe in, slowly lift your head up, give the stretch, and then slowly breathe out, move down, head down. Now only we are going to the final posture, head down. Now hold this pose for a few seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now slowly come up, head up, then slowly adjust your legs slightly to close to your body. Legs has to be close to your hands. Then slowly lift your hands up, breathe in, come up. And while you breathe out, slowly relax your hands and come back to Samasthiti. Yeah. Just relax in Samasthiti Asana for a few seconds with normal inhalation and exhalation. Slowly breathe in and then slowly breathe out. Super. Now we can go for the next asana, and this asana may looks simple, but it is the for me actually once uh, when I was a kid, for me this asana will be the difficult asana when I start doing the asana. Okay, because this asana, why it is difficult to my perception is this asana actually helps to teach the hand balancing also. This asana looks like we are balancing on the leg, but for to perform this asana, the most important thing is where we are putting the hands and how much pressure we are putting the hands. The full asana is focusing on the hand balance. Okay. For example, if I said that maybe 65% of this asana balance is depends upon the hand where we keep, and 35% of balancing is on the leg. Okay. So while performing this asana, we are able to understand the hand balance also. That's why I say that these Samasthiti group asanas teaches all categories of asana. So while we are able to perform this asana, Ardha Chandrasana, then we can able to know that where we are placing our hands and how much balance we are giving and how we need to balance the body in the hand. So normally, if you are in today's tradition, if you are going to know the hand balance, they straight away go for Kakasana. Our two hands should be down, take the body up, wall support. Okay. But these concepts, this tradition, balancing the body without any support. Okay. That's the beauty of Gitananda tradition. Because in our tradition, we want to perform yoga, then we want only you, not any props. Okay. By doing this type of practices, we understand our body. We understand where our hand is, where our leg is, and so that we can able to do the practice by own, and we can enhance the balancing capacity of our body, and this helps the kid to perform different asanas, different difficult asanas. Okay. So how to perform this asana, the procedure. Okay. So all asanas stand in Samasthiti. Then we need to keep our legs 2.5 to 3 foot apart. So like we are doing in Prasarita Uttanasana or in Pada Uttanasana. Okay. 2.5 to 3 foot apart. Then slowly keep our hands up to shoulder level. Turn your head and foot to your right side. Now bend your knee. So perform Virasana. Virasana is also comes in this asana. So Virasana. Then slowly move forward and place your hand in front of your leg. That means forward. Okay. So keep your hands above the before the foot. Okay. Once you are ready, then slowly shift your body weight to the hand. Shift your body weight to the hand, then slowly try to lift the other opposite leg. Okay, I already said that the next coming asanas are quite difficult to start in a systematic way. Okay, there are some shortcuts also. Okay, by seeing the picture, we just bend forward and do the asana. But that is not the proper way of doing asana in our tradition. So in our tradition, these step-by-step practices actually helps to get the or tone up the each and every muscles of our body. Okay, in this posture we can see that that girl is smiling and doing the posture. Okay, but we need to understand that there are so much stretch happens in our body, and then we can perform this asana. Okay, and while performing the asana, this is the final stage, but where we need to do it step by step. Okay, then first step we need to do after Virasana, we need to keep the hands forward and try to bring it on the ground. This is the first step. Okay. Once we are stable, then slowly shift your body weight. That means straighten your knee. Straighten your knee and try to get the balance and keep the hand slightly away from the leg. If your hand is so close to the hair, leg, you can't able to get the balance. If you keep the hand slightly away from the leg and try to straighten your knee, then you get this lighter balance. Then slowly lift. Wow, Kitan sir, you are getting. Yes, yes, super. Okay. So after getting the stability, then only you need to move the hands sideward. Okay. So it takes around 2 to 3 weeks of practice to make it perfect. Okay. So we need to practice as Amachis 3R. We need to remind always that 3R to do these practices. Regularity, rhythm, and repetition makes this asana possible. Okay. And this asana gives the entire balance to your body. The harmony occurs. Okay. Wow. Super. Fine, sir. Now just relax. Now we are going to do the opposite side. So we should not forget about the balancing of both sides. Okay. Because some people, the right side will be easier, left side will be difficult. For some people, left side will be easier and right side will be difficult. So by doing the postures, we need to practice on both sides so that we can able to bring the harmony in the body. Yes. Now we can try to the left side. So keep your hands, legs together, slowly turn your head and foot, bend, move forward and place the hands before your foot. And once you get the balance, slowly lift the opposite leg up and slowly maintain the balance. Yes, yes. For to lift the leg, first your bent knee has to be straight. Okay. If you straighten your bent knee, then only you can get the balance to lift the other leg. Okay. So, yes, yes. Hold the posture for a few seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then slowly come back and relax. Yeah. Super. Come back to Samasthiti Asana. And the and if you want to perform this asana in the primary stage, the wall support is the best thing. You just close to the wall and get the wall support to the body. Then you move forward and lift. You can able to get the balance where we need to give pressure, where the uh, balance is. Those concepts you get clear, then it is easier. You can do perform without the wall support. Okay, so that will be the uh, thing by performing the Ardha Chandrasana. Yeah. Now we need to move forward to the next asana, which is nothing but the Nadaraja asana. Nadaraja asana have the different styles of performing Nadaraja asana. Okay, and our in our tradition, performing Nadaraja is the first basic type or basic variation. So which is nothing but we need to we need to bend our legs back, catch the foot, catch the entire leg with the hand, and then lift the leg up. Okay, that's the basic variation of Natarajasana. There are other variations in Natarajasana. That means catching the big toe, turning our hand, and lift our hand, leg up, and there are different variations. But all those variations, which is the beginning, this is the beginning. Okay, so because while doing this, we can understand the leg balance. Okay, so Natarajasana, we need to stand in Samasthiti asana and slowly lift your right hand up. Right hand up. Stretch your right hand up. Then slowly bend your left knee back and catch your ankles. Now slowly lift your knees back. Okay. Slowly lift your knees back as much as possible without moving forward. Okay. Without moving forward, we need to lift the leg as much as possible and hold the posture for a few seconds, like hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And once you are ready, slowly relax the leg, relax the hand, and lift down the right hand down. Okay. Now we can do the left side. Now slowly lift your left hand up. Bend your right knee. Catch hold of a foot and slowly lift the knees back. Okay. And hold the posture for a few seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And once you are ready, slowly come back. Relax your leg and relax your hands and relax the opposite hand. Just relax for a few seconds with normal breath in and out. Super. Just relax for a few seconds. Now we are going to do the next asana, which is nothing but Ratha Chariot asana. So from this onwards, all asana are single leg balancing. So Ratha Chariot asana, you need to stand on your right leg, close, bend your left knee, catch hold of your toes and stretch forward. So Ratha means chariot. So Ratha Chariot asana. So those who are riding the chariot. So just stretch your legs forward with the body straight and hands up. Okay, just hold for a few seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then slowly relax. And then bring down your hands. Now we can do the opposite side. Opposite side, slowly lift your hands up, left hand up, bend your right knee, catch hold of your right foot toe, and then stretch the leg forward and hold for a few seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you are ready, slowly relax your leg and relax your hands. Relax for a few seconds. Normal breathe in and out. So this Radhacharya asana and Natarajasana is the basic asana for many advanced asana like Tiruvikramasana, Anda Tandavam. So many advanced asana. This asana is the preliminary asana. So for the or basic asana or the starting asana for the practice. And Virasana variation 3. So why we call variation 3? Two ways we can able to perform the Virasana variation 3. One way is the first we can do the simpler way and we can do the traditional way. So one way is keep your legs together, hands to Namaskar Mudra, bring your hands to Namaskar Mudra, and then slowly bend forward up to 90 degree. Then stretch your hands forward to Agra Mudra and then slowly lift your leg up to 90 degree. This is the easiest way to perform the Virasana variation 3. Then we can do the opposite side also, right side and left side. Okay, opposite side, hands in Namaskar Mudra, slowly move forward, bend forward, stretch the hands out and slowly lift the leg up. Okay, super. Hold the pose, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you are ready, slowly come back and relax. Yeah. So relax in Samasthiti Asana. So relax. What is the traditional way of doing this Virasana variation 3? So Virasana variation 3 means it comprises of variation 1, variation 2, then we are going to variation 3, right? So how we need to do? First, we need to keep your legs 3 foot apart, turn a head and foot to the right side, which is the bend your knee, which is the variation 1, right? Then from there, what we will do? Turn your body, hands up to Anjali Mudra. So variation 2. From there, you need to bend forward and straighten your knee. The front knee we have straightened up, that need to be straightened and lift the back leg up. So then Virasana 3 will be there. Okay. So likewise, the asanas can be do in 2 different ways to understand and to practice in a better understanding. Okay. So whenever there is a variation, sure there will be a link between the 1 and 2. Okay, that we need to understand. Thank you. Now we are moving to the last 2 asanas. Okay. And the first asana is Vrikshasana variation 1. So Vrikshasana variation 1 is nothing but we need to stand on the right leg and place the left foot on the right thigh, upper right thigh, and play hands in Anjali Mudra, which is called as Vrikshasana variation 1. Okay, fine. Now stand in Samasthiti Asana, bend your left leg, place on your thighs, Namaskar Mudra, and from Namaskar Mudra, slowly lift your hands up to Anjali Mudra. Hold the pose, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back to Namaskar Mudra and slowly relax your hands and relax your legs. Okay, this is the variation 1. Now, what will be the variation 2? We need to do like Ardha Padmasana. Okay, we need to do the leg as like Ardha Padmasana and the knees has to be in a line. Okay, both knees has to be lined. That means you need to push the knee down so that it should be in a single line. So once you are ready, slowly hands to Anjali Mudra. Hold the posture for a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And slowly relax your hands, relax your leg. Now we can do the opposite side. Opposite side, we can do the Vrikshasana variation 2. Okay. Once you are ready, slowly keep the leg, lift the hands up to Anjali Mudra. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So once you are ready, relax your hands and relax your legs. Yeah, super. Now, as I said, beginning, relax in Samasthiti Asana. So now, as I said in the beginning, the Vrikshasana with Hasta Mudras. Okay, that we are going to practice now. So you just relax. We are not going to do in Vrikshasana. Just sit in Samasthiti Asana, so sit in Sukhasana. with back erect. Okay. Just relax. Sit straight. So the Hasta Mudras in Vrikshasana actually helps to focus and improve the concentration. Okay. So keep your hands relaxed, eyes closed, slowly breathe in and out. Slowly breathe in and out. Think that you are in Vrikshasana. Now we are doing only the hand gesture, hand movement. Okay. So slowly bring your hands in, Namaskar Mudra. Slowly breathe out. Now breathe in, slowly lift your hand up to Anjali Mudra. Give a nice stretch. Now breathe out, slowly stretch your hands by the side. Side. Breathe out. Now breathe out, breathe in, slowly bring your hands to Namaskar Mudra. Breathe out in Namaskar. Now breathe in, slowly bring your hands forward, Agra Mudra. Stretch forward. Slowly come back to Namaskar. Fine. We can do one more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Namaskar. Now breathe in. Stretch your hands forward to Agra Mudra. Breathe out. Come back to Namaskar. Now the last time, slowly breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now breathe in, Agra Mudra. Breathe out, come back to Namaskar. Once ready, just relax your hands. Hands in Yoga Mudra, just clasp your hands together. Just shoulders relaxed, sit straight, close your eyes with normal breathing and out. Focus on your breath. Slowly breathe in and then slowly breathe out. Now slowly open your eyes. Relax. Just rub your palms. Just place it on a hand, face, or just take your hands. So thank you. Thank you everyone for being there here. And special thanks to Gitan sir for practicing here with all these 13 asanas. And this asana is a set of practices because this attracts me more because this is the basic asanas. I have done this for so many days, that means for 6 to 7 months, and suddenly when because that moment I didn't forget. Suddenly one day Devasana ma'am called me and performed the Kakasana and Bakasana. So I didn't practice this asana before, and I done this asana first in Devasana's class only. So then I can able to perform the asana. Then that time, sure, I don't have any idea how I performed, how I do anything. But later on, when I do this type of analysis, okay, how is able to do these practices means by doing these Samasthiti group asanas, get the foundation. No one will able to, when we have a big buildings, no one will able to see the foundation. But this set of asanas are the foundation pillars for the asanas, those we are practicing now. So this has to be there practiced by all people, and they have to get the benefits And thanks to sir, ma'am, and the Gitananda family and all the group members here. And thank you, everyone. Now, if there is any questions, yes, ma'am. Yes, miss.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Gitanji, you want to go first? Yes, very nice presentation. Thank you, Daya. Really enjoyed and going because you have done many years, so you know what is how you are balancing and I guess where we feel difficulty and all. So I remember Ammaji telling me, even though those days when you are going for the competitions and all, the difficult posture, now it's become once upon a time history for me to do the Ardha Dhanurasana and all. So like Ammaji used to say, whenever I used to bring my leg up to the nose and all. She used to say, even though we are not practicing the difficult asanas every day, but still like doing all our yoga, I mean the Surya Namaskars, like Samasthiti group, other asanas, whatever Amaj used to train us to how to teach yoga. But this even just it's in the regularity and repetition because we are in the beginning only on Sundays. Then we are able to come for the yoga, I mean the Yoga Anjali, I mean 3 days, 2 days and the extra practice 3 days like that. So I remember very well Amaji, even though the simple practice helps a lot when we are pushing for the competitions like that. So I just wants to know whether it helps you for you whenever you want to do, just suddenly you want to do practice some of the thing you want to show because you are working with the competitions also for the kids, whether still you are able to do, or it's like in the life also, like it's a Samasthiti group, very important group, very unique. Each and every one of the group very unique actually when we say our Swami and the Giri's teaching. So in that, it's called even balancing asanas, the Samasthiti group, I mean the balancing. So it's helping you in the life also balancing. I know you because
of course, ma'am.
like a real the yogic quality, you don't get really react or you don't really answer. You just keep quiet. That's what I remember because even though when you are not, I mean, you went to the championship quite a bit, quite a few. Then that year when we are expecting maybe 1 or 2 points was less. So I got think, oh, you could have got, you should have win like that. I got like this, but you are just simply you are there like that. So Amad, you are appreciating your quality. So you have the naturally you have the quality that you don't have obsessive. So in I mean the life also because now you are the grahastha. So in the grahastha we feel all the side we really whether it's helping you just to know.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Actually, these practices actually helps a lot by balancing things. I don't know, because in my family background, I am the first person doing yoga practice. There is no one back in my family how do this yoga practice, and this happened because of doing a naughty in my age of 12, 13. They want to bring some discipline in me, so they put me in the yogasana. Actually, they put me in the dance, Bharatanatyam. Then when we are want to learn dance in yoga and Natyam, we need to learn yoga also. So we have joined yoga and dance, and lately uh, yoga attracts me or I attracts yoga. I don't know, but I've been in touch with yogasana, yoga profession, and still now, thanks to Dr. Sir for this. Mm. So maybe because of these practices, it actually helps a lot to not to um, react, to analyze and respond. Okay, so react and respond. That gap will be uh, get by doing these yoga practices. Okay, the response is the sudden immediate response and reaction. So both have a big difference. So the reaction, so once doctors are always said that there is a knee jerk reaction. So when we when we touch some area in the knee, the leg certainly react. Okay. So react and reaction has a big difference. So react is happen at that particular region only. For example, if you have any situation happens, we just react to that situation. But reaction, we need to think why this happened, and accordingly we have to react. So maybe this type of teachings I get from the younger age. So actually that only helps me to react for this. So actually, the credits goes to Gitananda Yoga family, Guru Parampara only. So there is nothing else. So thank you, ma'am, for this thing to come in my mind and to and for this question.
Thank you so much. I remember starting the Namaskaram on the first day when you came for the starting dance, but balancing, of course, all the Devanads leading us, as Dr. said, give the gap is just bring our anxiety down.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, Gitarji, please.
Yeah.
You want to say something? Devi ji.
Okay.
Ah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Now it is audible.
Thank you very much for this very clearly, exactly given lesson with all the details. It's amazing your experience that you can put into the Samasthiti asana, so that you see, you feel the difference for yourself, but also for others. And there's my question coming. You are working in this university hospital in the yoga therapy level, and I wanted to ask. You have probably a lot of people coming with joints problem in the knees, in the hips, in the shoulders. And my question is, because there is a tendency these joints are getting stiffer and stiffer. Is it possible you see the difference in people coming in, whether they're still used to sit down or whether they live only on chairs? Whether you can see the difference when they come with their joint problems?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Actually, here, as per the School of Yoga Therapy Institute goes, so here, once the people come here, we just have a detailed analysis. That means the consultation will be done. So after consultation, we just tailor the posture, tailor the technique according to them. So even though for example, if they are not able to sit down and practice anything, we give them a chair or we give them a uh, podium like that, which is at least 2.5 feet above from the ground, so they can able to sit on the podium and then able to perform. And these practices will be tailored to them, and they can do how much they are able to perform, and then they can slowly, by performing regularly, and then that flexibility thing, all those things will be slowly get done. So it's not that we are if any persons come, they have to do like that. It's not like here. It will be tailored according to the people. So if they have any issues, any spinal issues, any back issues, then accordingly they will treat it. So normally here, so that here we perform one-to-one classes, therapy classes. So according to the people, and if the people are a general category, then we will have the group sessions. So in 2 sessions, we namely focus, which is one-to-one therapy session and one-to-one group session. If the people is needed therapy, then they will go for therapy. If they need for wellness session, then they go for wellness session. That's why we have the saltogenesis. So focusing on wellness.
Maybe my question was not all too clear. I thought of, because there was a saying that when India was installing all these, let's say, Western toilets and people didn't have to squat every day anymore, so that it started with the joint problems. So this is my question. Do you see more now with these joint problems as people just have their life on chairs, or can you see the difference when somebody is still used to sit? That means in the Padmasana, in the Sukhasana. So people like old ladies still sitting in Sukhasana probably have less problems or different problems. I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Than people only sitting on chairs and not using their joints anymore. That my question was not too clear.
Okay. Because here there are in therapy here, once they are coming in the institute, they are ready to sit down. Even though the Western mechanism is more, they are ready to sit down. Because it's not the Pondicherry, it's not the metropolitan, it's not the city. It still have people use both things. So their students are coming. They can rarely few students, maybe out of 500, we are facing 1 or 2 say that I'm not able to sit down. Okay. So the ratio is so low as of now. Maybe then they are actually they have to focus that whenever sit down and come up, it creates a big energy to us. That understand. So that here when they are coming for classes, they want to sit down. And we have there any lectures, any orientation sessions, we are not giving chairs. They have to keep here, sit down and do the things.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Gitan sir, please.
Okay. Thank you, Daya. Very good. From your explanations, you can see that you have really practiced this on so well continuously, repetitively. Thank you very much. Actually, what Sridevi told, I'm now in Germany.
Yes.
When I was in Sri Lanka, I could see even Sri Lankans, unlike Indians, most of them can't squat properly. You know, even for me, when I was a little young, when I played cricket, still I couldn't do forward bending stretches. Forward stretches were like no way, very difficult. But continuously, as Ammaji said, I've been doing now. I'm at 66 years. I see that continuity of doing it, sitting, squatting, getting up, that kind of movement which is not done in the Western world, you know.
Yes.
I feel that kind of scenario is like Sri Devi, and very few, not few now, I think more and more Westerners are doing yoga. But I feel with more and more movement, you know, hip rotation, just simple movements like opening the hips, relax, a back bend, gentle stuff. With time that loosens up the hip, and then you can do half squats, quarter squats, 3/4 squats. So, you know, so I think that gentle movement, and also in this part of the world, it's a little colder. For my understanding, Sridevi, for me, as I came now, right now, winter time, the muscles are a little stiffer, so you can't really go down. Then you strain yourself. So you have to feel your way through these movements, you know. So I think that's very important. I think it's a warm weather helps a lot. Thank you, Raya. Thank you, Sridevi, for that question also. Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you. As the time till 1, I have the time. It's already 3 minutes beyond the time. So we can wind up this session and we will meet by 1:15. We have the next session of Lalita Miss and Shanmugam sir. So hope we have the great session with them. And thank you everyone for joining and giving me a feedback. And thank you, Miss. Thank you. And thank you to Dr. Sir for all this happens. Thank you. Thank you.